To news now on the coronavirus. As hospitalizations continue to increase, a call this evening for the Savanna Hospital in Westmoreland to be declared a disaster zone. That's what the nurses are demanding. As Shamela Pullen reports, the facility was without over 50% of its nursing staff who called in sick today.
At the Savanna Hospital on Tuesday, an ambulance drives in with yet another COVID patient. While that is happening, we couldn't help but notice two separate funeral homes at the location. As it turns out, they were at the facility to pick up the bodies of two patients who died from COVID-19 related complications. We were told this is a typical day at the hospital, and the nurses at the facility are fed up.
Close the door, they're coming in, they're hypoxic, they need oxygen, they need a bed to lay down. We don't have any more beds, we don't even have chairs. My God, man, we can't function. We're human beings. I don't want that for my family members. So I don't want that for the general patient out there that I don't know anything about. We don't want it, so we just cannot work under these conditions today.
It's understood over 50% of the nurses did not turn up for work today. President of the Nurses Association of Jamaica, Patsy Edwards Henry, says she was advised by the Director of Nursing Services that the nurses are mentally and physically drained.
The nurses at Savanna have been going. We have heard the news. They were at 167% last week in terms of COVID capacity. They have, I think, 40 beds for COVID, and they have over 100 patients today. She described the accident and emergency party as the town of Savanna on a Christmas Eve night. And those of us who know what a grand market night looks like can just imagine what the accident and emergency area looks like.
Here's what the nurses want.
The government, the Ministry of Health, somebody need to authorize the use of a school or a church hall for us to house the isolated cases, the stable ones per se, because we need an emergency area to facilitate if somebody gets critically ill and needs dire help. So at least the stable patients can go out to the field hospitals or the school or the church hall that we're going to utilize for now, because we need it now. We need it today, because you can't go through the emergency area now. You can't walk through. I don't have space even to administer care.
Chairman of the Western Regional Health Authority, Eric Clark, who held a meeting with the nurses present, described the situation as bad. He says he's in the process of working out a plan with the technical team.
Right now we have already called in some tents that should be delivered this evening to try and relocate some of the patients into tents to create space. The real problem is in the accident and emergency ward, which is so overcrowded that it's very hard for the nurses to work in. There's not enough physical space. Not a matter that we don't have beds, we just don't have physical space to put the beds in. So apart from the actions today, the RD has signed off today as well to put a field hospital up here at Savanna Hospital in Westmoreland, which is the parish most affected within the region by COVID.
Of the 630 new COVID-19 cases, Westmoreland recorded the second highest with 88. Shamela Pullen, TVJ News.